Hi guys, welcome to 10 point. All right, so area of a trapezoid, guys. A trapezoid looks something like this. Forgive my really obnoxious loud period to everyone. This would be base 1. Even though it's on top, it's still base 1. And this would be base 2. Remember guys, whenever we're talking about height, you still need to make sure that it's perpendicular to your base. Okay, so to find the area of a trapezoid, hi Nick, you sit next to Ricky. We're going to take base 1 plus base 2, multiply it by the height. So we're going to take these two bases, add them together, multiply it by the height, and then divide by 2. All right, not too crazy. And to make it look pretty, we're going to put it in a nice green box. Yay.
Green highlighter.
Oh, sorry. Yes, it says base 1 plus base 2 times the height divided by 2. All right, guys, and now we're going to do a couple examples, right? Yay for examples. And while you get caught up to me, I'm going to take a sip of my black iced coffee. And I guess because I don't put cream in it. All right. It's just the calories that I don't want. I don't want the calories, and I don't like it. Changes the taste of the coffee. Okay, so guys, here's our first example. Let me get it on the screen so the people at home can actually see. This is a right angle, so you know that this piece right here is going to be your what? This is going to be your height, right? So technically, that's our height. That says 309. And then up here, your top base is going to be 205, and your bottom base is going to be 511. Still not sure why it's so loud in here for right now. All right, 205 plus 511. That's me adding my two bases together. Remember, it's B1 plus B2, then times my height. My height, if you remember, is 309. And all of that will be divided by 2. So here's my area, the formula for my area anyway. I'll simplify it a little. 716 times 3, sorry for writing 303 when it's 309, times 309 divided by 2. Simplify it a step further. 221 to 44 divided by 2. 22,244 divided by 2, and then your area will be 110,600 units squared. All right, so go ahead and get that down. And I'm going to move down to example number 2. These are your favorite kinds of examples, guys. Uh-oh. If you remember from class today, we're still using right triangles. Yay, us! All right, guys, so here's my new trapezoid. Oh, what does that little guy tell me right down there in the corner? 30, 60, 90. Hooray! So I need to figure out what my height is because I do know my two bases. But I need to figure out what my height is. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a right triangle over to the side. Here's 60. Oh, but you do. This is 30. I can figure out this little piece right here, can't I? Yes. How am I going to figure out that little piece right there? 7 minus 5. 7 minus 5, and what is 7 minus 5? 2. So I know this side right here is 2. All right, across from my 30 is my n side. Across from my 90 is my 2 n side, and across from my 60 is my n rad 3. So the only one I really need to know is my height right here, right? N equals 2, so what does this side now equal? 2 rad 3. So this side is 2 rad 3. Congratulations, I can now figure out the area of my trapezoid. I'm going to take my two bases, add them together, multiply them by my height, and divide by 2. So area equals 5 plus 7 times my height, 2 rad 3, all of that divided by 2. I'll simplify a little bit further. (12) 2 rad 3 divided by 2, which is 24 rad 3 divided by 2, which simplifies down to 12 rad 3 units squared. All right, that's part of it. So that's trapezoids. Okay, now we're going to move on to rhombuses, and that's the end of 10.2. And then you'll only have 10.3 left to do. Hooray! And you'll be so smart and knowledgeable and filled with information. All right, I'm going to move to the next page. If you didn't get this, then you have this video to watch, which I will be uploading now at tutorial. Thank you very much. I'm feeling very productive at the moment, folks. Yeah, you're going to have a 10.4 video that I'm going to have to make. Because we have rhombuses. We're still recording, guys. So, area of rhombuses, or rhombi. Actually, I spelled that wrong. Plural, it would be a rhombi. The rhombi. Alright, so here is my little rhombi. Remember that all four sides are congruent? The diagonals are perpendicular to each other, and the diagonals also bisect each other. Hello. Alright, so guys, the area equals diagonal, I know this is all documented, Lim. Diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 divided by 2. You got that, guys? So here's your first diagonal right here. Right. Here's diagonal 1. The whole line. Times diagonal 2. The whole line. So you're multiplying your diagonals together and then dividing by 2. Mm-hmm. Yes. I think you're thinking parallelogram. Okay. So that's a rhombus, and that's how we find the area of a rhombi. We're going to take our two diagonals and we're going to multiply them. And guess what? We're still going to use trig in the process. Hooray! Trig is all the special right triangle information we've been learning about. Trigonometry. Does somebody want to let Liberty in? Oh, you guys are so mean. Does that mean you have Saturday school with me, Lynn?
You do Saturday school?
I do Saturday.
No, I have it after school. Maybe I'll skip this one and go to Saturday school so I can hang out with you.
Oh, that would be fun. Okay, guys, so here's our first diagonal. You guys need to pay attention to this. All right, here is our first diagonal. All right, if this piece is 8, what is the whole length of diagonal 1? 16. Remember, it is a parallelogram still, so the diagonals bisect each other, which means if this is 8, then this is 8 also. The whole diagonal is 16. So what I'm going to do is, knowing that that's 30 and that's 90 because the diagonals are perpendicular to each other, I'm going to create another right triangle. All right, this is 30 degrees. That means this is 60, and this would be 90. I know that this is equal to 8, and I also know that this is my NRAD3 side, this is my 2N side, and this is my N side. I technically need to figure out what this side is right here, don't I? Because it's the two diagonals that I need to multiply. So I need to figure out what in the world N is. Unfortunately, 8 isn't divisible by 3, right? So I don't get to use my little shortcut. I actually have to rationalize my denominator. I'm going to do 8 equals NRAD3, which means I'm going to divide both sides by rad3. And I'll have N equals 8 over rad3. But I can't have a radical on the bottom, don't forget, so I need to multiply the top and the bottom by rad3.
Can you still do your thing though?
It'll be a decimal.
Well, I just did 8 over 3, and then I just added that 3.
But you still have rad3, or you still have 3 on the bottom.
Yeah, I did that.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah. Divide, yes, okay. All right, so, but if you're looking for like a whole number. Okay, guys, so I know now that this piece right here is 8 rad3 over 3. So this whole piece right here is 8 rad3 over 3, which means the entire piece, guys, diagonal 2, is going to be 16 rad3 over 3. So remember, the formula is diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 divided by 2. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's find our area, which is going to be 16 times 16 rad3 over 3. All right, that's going to be 256 rad3 over 3. So this is diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. And now I need to divide it by 2. Dividing it by 2 is the same as multiplying it by what? Yes, so I'm going to multiply this by 1/2. Multiplying it by 1/2 is the same as dividing by 2. All right, I'm going to go ahead and simplify this a little. Bless you. These both go into 2. This becomes 1, and this becomes 128. I'm left with 128 rad3 over 3. So that's not a very pretty number, but that's your area. Area equals 128 rad3 over 3. Units squared. Alright guys, in order to get credit for these notes, I need you guys to find the area of this figure right here. Alright, and that's the end of your video.